Hello friends, welcome back to Israel My channel, where we continue to explore the latest developments in Israel. Your feedback on the last video was really incredible. Thank you so much for all your comments. Today we will discuss several key topics. What progress the IDF has made? Is Hamas beginning to surrender? We'll also cover the conversation between Vladimir Putin and Benjamin Netanyahu that took place today. This all is unfolding during the special time of Hanukah. Now, let's jump right into the updates and today's video. Today, the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had a 50-minute telephone conversation with the Russian President Vladimir Putin, and Netanyahu strongly criticized Russia's growing cooperation with Iran and expressed his dissatisfaction with Russia's consistent negative sentence towards Israel in the United Nations. Netanyahu said if Russia were attacked in a manner similar to what Israel has experienced, Russia would certainly react more sharply. Netanyahu asked Putin whether Russia had exerted pressure on the Red Cross regarding the visitation of kidnapped Israelis in the Gaza Strip and the provision of medicines to them. Putin said, "The war on terrorism should not lead to serious consequences for the civilian population." Israel was attacked by drones similar to those Russia uses to attack Ukraine. This is why Israel is unhappy with Russia, which is buying drones from Iran. The funds from these sales are then used to finance Hamas. Today, terrorists from southern Lebanon carried out several attacks on Israel military targets at the border. 2 Israeli soldiers were injured. In response, the Israeli Air Force conducted a series of bombings on Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon. Let's now discuss the IDF's operation in Gaza and the progress they have made. IDF officials have noted initial signs of Hamas weakening, but acknowledged there is still more ground to cover. The IDF is currently evaluating its control over various regions of Gaza, ranging from significant to non-existent. In some areas of northern Gaza, they are close to clearing out major Hamas forces. However, in contrast, the regions like Rafah in southern Gaza and central Gaza, which have still essentially not even been touched by the IDF ground forces. We are also seeing, and in recent days we could see footages of a lot of Hamas members surrendering to the IDF. A senior IDF officer says that in recent days the military has identified signs of Hamas breaking in the Gaza Strip. He said, "The extent of the destruction and damage creates command and control problems for Hamas. There are areas in the Gaza Strip that Hamas no longer controls. Despite the achievements, we are not close to the end of the fighting. We continue to operate with great intensity and work to dismantle entire battalions of Hamas." So yeah, the intensification of conflict and the IDF's advance into southern Gaza have worsened the humanitarian crisis, leading to food shortages and increasing dissatisfaction among residents with Hamas leadership. It appears that Gazan Palestinians are growing increasingly frustrated with Hamas leaders. They are beginning to recognize that Hamas does not care about civilians. While the Hamas leaders remain hidden in tunnels, above ground residents face significant destruction and lack of basics, including food and water. What are your thoughts on this? Could it be a small sign of Hanukah light overcoming the darkness and shadow of Hamas terrorism? The leaders of Hamas, who are billionaires residing in Qatar, have turned the people in Gaza Strip to become their hostages. I mentioned Hanukah earlier. Today the defense minister lit Hanukah candles with the families of those held hostages in Gaza at the defense ministry headquarters in Tel Aviv. In this photo, you can also see community members from Kibbutz Kfar Aza lighting Hanukah candles and calling for release of all hostages. I believe we all hope the lights of Hanukah will brighten the coming days and that we will see soon all hostages returned to their families. Let's keep them in our prayers. Friends, that wraps up our update for today. I look forward to providing you with more updates soon. Also, if you are wondering, my brother is on a ministry in Lithuania, so he should be back soon. But if you can, I ask you to keep also him in your prayers. That would be awesome. Don't forget to follow us on our social platforms, that is X, Facebook and Instagram, where we share photos and videos from Israel. Thank you again, and Shalom.